Hi, Mike Bellevue here, and I'm back in the Enchanted Forest again. And today I just want to give you a little update on what's going on in the world of Duelist Den, right? Duelist 1954 on YouTube, Duelist on Full 30, and Duelist Den everywhere. So I just wanted to tell you what we're working on and some things that you can expect to see in the future, and to tell you about the big giveaway for the summer. So let's get started. We're going to talk really about, let's see, we're going to talk about three things. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the new merchandise on our Teespring store. A lot of you have asked for non-apparel type merchandise. So you ask, I listen, and we've come up with a new line. And you know, we're limited to what Teespring can do, but Teespring is getting a little bit smarter about some of this stuff. So I'm going to take you through that, and we'll hope that you like it. Alright, so a lot of you have said that you really kind of like the logo, Duelist Den, but you don't want it on a piece of apparel. You don't want to wear a t-shirt. You don't want to wear a long sleeve shirt. So, is there anything else? And the answer is yes. I think a lot of us have probably brought this up to Teespring, and they listen to us on this. So what we've got are a number of non-apparel items, and one that I guess is apparel, which is the mask. Right. So we've got a mask that you can wear anywhere with our logo on it. Comes in a zillion different colors. And you don't have to make your own like I did before when we did that mask giveaway. Now, this will be a little bit lighter weight and be a little bit better for you to wear. Also, we have our logo on fanny packs. We have it on smartphone cases, both Apple and Android. So you can outfit your phone with a Duelist Den logo. We've got tote bags, fanny packs, and we've got die-cut stickers. So if you just want to pop a sticker up on your car, on your shooting box, or whatever, we got them. So that's the new thing in the merchandise store. And down in the description area, I'll have a link to the merchandise store where you can find all of this stuff. All right, so the second area I wanted to talk to you about was video plans, what we're going to be doing. Now, hopefully, you guys have seen the two videos I've done so far on this original Colt 1860 Army that was built in 1864. And we got this gun back in shootable shape, and we've had some fun with it. Now, what you might not know is that I actually own all three generations of Colt 1860 revolvers. So I've got this antique original, I've got the second generation, which was kind of a joint venture of Colt parts and some Italian remanufactured parts. And then I've got the third generation, as they call it, which is also called the Colt Signature Series, that was made entirely from Italian parts, but all assembled and finished here in the United States. And I'll do a video where I take you through all three of those generations. And I'm going to do some videos comparing the original 1860 to the current Pieta and Uberti replicas. So that's quite a bit of work. It's going to take a while to get through them all, but those are going to be coming along with some normal replica shooting videos, and hopefully a few flintlock things coming up. There'll be some event videos. This has been an awful year for events, as you can imagine, because of the coronavirus, COVID-19. So just about every event that I usually go to is canceled. But I have managed to get to a couple of events that have not been canceled, and I've got my fingers crossed for a big one in the fall that I usually go to, but we'll just have to see. So we'll bring you the events that we can, but a lot of the ones like Dixon's Gunmakers Fair and things of that ilk, Fort Frederick Market Fair, they've all been canceled, and it's just very unfortunate. Okay, so this is the kind of thing that's coming on the gun front. Okay, as you'll recall, back in the spring update, I said I would do some sword videos. And the ones I've done so far that have appeared have been all on this windlass Battlecry line Malden Viking sword. And you saw it as it was when it came from the factory, and you've seen what I have done to it. And by and large, you know, I said if you didn't like them, I wouldn't do them anymore. And some of you dislike them quite a bit, I understand. And others of you have liked them quite a bit. And by and large, the consensus is that you like them. You have trouble picturing somebody my age as a Viking. I get that. And that's the truth of any of the things I do, right? Everything I work with has to do with skill at arms. And I'm almost 66 years old. And let's face it, man, fighting is a young man's game, right? So whether that's in the Old West or, you know, the 9th century or the 18th century, somebody my age would generally be sitting by the fire reviewing their life. But you just have to suspend your disbelief on that, right? Just think of me as an old guy that is taking it easy and sending his sons off to battle, but still has a little bit of juice left, and I kind of do. So anyway, we did this Malden Viking sword, and you kind of liked that. Or at least you liked it enough to keep me going. So what's next? Well, that's a pretty low-end sword. The next sword I'm going to do will probably be this one. This is a Dynasty Forge, Oakshot number 11. And it's quite a well-made sword. It's sharper than heck, so I gotta be careful with it. So, you know, it's a good sword. It's a good value for the money. They were on sale not too long ago, which is phenomenal. But I'll review this one. And after that, we'll see. I have a couple of swords I'd like to review. But the one thing that you guys have said to me is on the sword front, or on anything, that you really like the history. So what I'm planning on doing is a fairly ambitious project of tracing the history of swords across the entire Middle Ages. And I pretty much have everything I need to pull that together, and I hope I can make that interesting for you. So that is coming up in the sword arena. Now, probably because of the swords, I've got a lot of questions about edged weapons. And people have asked about edged weapons on the frontier. So at some point, maybe in the fall, I'm going to do a video on edged weapons on the colonial frontier. And that'll include tomahawks and knives. And we'll see if we can make that something that's fun for you. So look for that coming up. And we'll go through scalping knives, and we'll go through tomahawks, and we'll go through what European settlers actually would have carried with them. So hopefully you'll find that interesting, and I know I will. So stay tuned for that. And the last subject of discussion today is the next giveaway. So this is a horn that I made. It's the only horn I've ever made. I made it for an article in American Frontiersman, and I'm going to be giving it away to some lucky viewer. All right, so it's got a little bit of scrimshaw on it. It's got my name on it. So whether that's a good thing or a bad thing from your perspective, it's there. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit and show you how to get it. So the story behind this horn is it's an idea that kind of backfired on me. I had pitched an article idea to my editor at American Frontiersman for me to do a story on a master horn maker, which I thought would be pretty fascinating. Well, what came back is that he would rather that I made a horn myself. And believe me, I'm no master horn maker, but this is the horn that I turned out. And, you know, I learned quite a bit doing it. I won't lie to you. So it's got one side with this fleur-de-lis on it, and the other side has M. Bellevue, his horn. And this baby is going to be a giveaway. So if you want to get this horn for your very own, all you have to do is go to mikebellevue.com, my website, and across the top menu, look for blog and click on it. So when you're in the blog menu, you'll see all of the various blogs I've done, of which there are quite a few. And there's going to be one called Personalize Your Powder Horn, which is the article I did for American Frontiersmen. So just go to that entry and click on Read More, and it'll take you to that blog. So when you're there, you can read the article. It's available in the PDFs that I've posted with the blog, so you can just pull those up and open them up and read them. And then scroll down to the bottom of the blog where the comments go and leave a comment that says "horn please." And as you can see, there are already some there because I put the blog up a couple of days ago and people are finding it just from going to the website. So right now there are a few, but I expect there'll be quite a few after you guys see it. So once again, you just go there, make a comment that says "horn please," and at that point, we'll let this ride for a while, and then we'll do a random drawing of the folks who asked for a horn, and some lucky viewer will get the one and only powder horn I've ever made. So I hope that's something that you'll enjoy. And after you make your comment, while you're on the website, go on through, look at any of the content you haven't read yet. We're always putting up new stuff. So there may be something that you haven't seen yet. We try to put up a lot of black powder stuff and try to keep it interesting. Some things that you won't have seen on the videos. So go on through that and enjoy it. Well, that's our update for the summer. Just to let you know where we are and what's going on. And periodically I'll come back to you and just recap what's on the horizon, anything interesting we're doing in terms of merchandise. In the meantime, I hope you'll keep enjoying the videos on the channel. We're up to almost 70,000 subscribers now, which is just amazing. And I really do appreciate it. So thank you all very much. And you're going to see this on Monday. On Thursday, you'll see another actual shooting video. So until then, take care.